Ever felt like you're in a constant battle with your studies, where no amount of reading, writing, or cramming seems to make the information stick? Imagine for a moment the story of Ada, a student who felt just like you but found a way to break through the wall of study struggles. Many of us face the same hurdles, stumbling over common obstacles that can transform studying from a path to knowledge into an uphill battle. The sensation of information overload can leave us feeling overwhelmed, while a wandering focus makes it hard to absorb the essence of what we're learning. Then there's procrastination, a stealthy thief of time, pushing us into frantic, last-minute cramming sessions that barely scratch the surface of effectiveness. And let's not gloss over the ineffective study methods. They can leave us feeling as if we're pedaling a bike stuck in the mud, moving a lot but getting nowhere. These challenges can turn our quest for knowledge into a source of frustration and stress. But amidst this turmoil, have you ever paused to wonder, what if there's a different way? A method so impactful it could turn these struggles into stepping stones toward success. Today, we're on a mission to do just that. We'll delve into not just any study techniques, but the ones that promise transformation. So, if you're ready to change the game, stay with us as we explore how to convert these all-too-common struggles into triumphs, ensuring your study efforts lead not just to better grades, but to a deeper, more enjoyable learning experience. The first step towards effective studying is setting specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, or SMART, goals. Have you ever heard of SMART goals? It's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Each letter represents a criterion that can help create a more effective and motivational goal. Let's break it down. Firstly, specific. A goal should be clear and specific. Instead of saying, I want to study more, you might say, I want to study biology for 2 hours every day. This gives you a clear understanding of what needs to be done. Next, measurable. A goal should be quantifiable. It's not enough to simply say, I want to get better at math. A more measurable goal would be, I want to improve my math grade by 10% by the end of this semester. This way, you can track your progress and see if you're moving closer to your goal. Then comes achievable. While it's great to aim high, your goals should also be realistic and attainable. For instance, if you're currently scoring a C in math, aiming for a slight improvement to a B might be more achievable than jumping straight to an A. Relevant is the next criterion. Your goal should be relevant to your overall objectives. So if you're aiming for a career in medicine, spending extra time studying biology or chemistry would be more relevant than focusing on art history. Finally, time-bound. Every goal needs a deadline. It creates urgency and can motivate you to take action. So instead of saying, I want to read 5 books this year, you might say, I want to read 1 book per month. Together, these SMART criteria provide a structured and trackable framework for goal setting. They help you focus your efforts and increase your chances of achieving your study goals. For example, a SMART goal might be, I will study chemistry for 2 hours every weekday for the next 3 weeks to improve my grade from a B to an A. Remember, a goal without a plan is just a wish, so make your study goals SMART. Next, let's focus on creating a distraction-free study environment. In the journey of effective learning, your study environment plays a vital role. Just like a theater stage set for a performance, your study space sets the stage for your learning experience. It's essential to ensure it's quiet, clean, and well-organized. It should be a space that encourages concentration, not one that encourages a wandering mind. Think of your study environment as your personal learning sanctuary. It should be a space where you feel comfortable, yet focused and productive. A clean, clutter-free desk can work wonders for your concentration. When your workspace is organized, your mind is too. It's easier to focus on the task at hand when you're not surrounded by unnecessary items or paperwork. Lighting, too, is a crucial aspect. Ensure your study space is well lit to avoid straining your eyes. Natural light is ideal, but if that's not possible, make sure you have adequate artificial light. Remember, a well-lit space can contribute to a more alert and attentive mind. Now let's talk about distractions. Those pesky interruptions that can derail even the most focused among us. One common culprit is electronic devices. It's easy to lose track of time scrolling through social media or responding to non-urgent emails. To avoid this, consider turning off notifications or even putting your device in another room while you're studying. Noise is another common distraction. If you find it hard to concentrate due to background noise, consider investing in a pair of noise-canceling headphones. They can help create a bubble of tranquility, allowing you to focus on your studies. But remember, everyone is different. What works for one person may not work for another. It's all about finding what helps you concentrate best and sticking with it. In essence, creating a distraction-free study environment is about setting yourself up for success. It's about creating a space that encourages focus and minimizes potential interruptions. With a dedicated, distraction-free study space, you're setting the stage for successful learning. Our third technique is active recall, a powerful tool for boosting memory retention. Active recall is all about retrieving knowledge from your mind rather than rereading or highlighting text. It's like fishing for information in your brain's vast ocean. You cast out a question and reel in the answer. This process of memory retrieval strengthens neural pathways, making it easier to access the information in the future. Think of it this way. When you're hiking, the first time you traverse a new trail, it's tough. But the more you walk that path, the more familiar it becomes, and the easier it is to navigate. Active recall works in much the same way. The more you retrieve a piece of information, the more well-trodden the neural pathway to that information becomes, and the easier it is to recall it when you need it. So how can you use active recall when studying? One effective method is self-quizzing. After reading a section of text, close the book and write down everything you remember. Then, open the book and check your accuracy. This is not about getting every single detail correct. It's about strengthening your recall abilities. Another way to utilize active recall is by teaching the material to someone else. If you can explain a concept in your own words, it means you truly understand it. This method also allows you to identify areas where your understanding may be lacking, as you'll likely stumble when trying to explain concepts you're not solid on. Flashcards are another fantastic tool for active recall. Write a question on one side and the answer on the other. Review these regularly, and you'll find that the answers come to you more and more quickly over time. Active recall may seem challenging at first. It definitely takes more mental effort than passive review methods. But remember, it's this very effort that makes active recall so effective. It may require more effort, but it's a game changer for long-term memory retention. So take up the challenge and watch as your memory skills soar to new heights. Active recall may require more effort, but it's a game changer for long-term memory retention. Finally, let's talk about spaced repetition, a scientifically proven method to help your brain remember information longer. Think of it as a brain hack, a way to trick your mind into converting short-term memory into long-term knowledge. So, what is spaced repetition? Simply put, it's the practice of reviewing information at increasing intervals over time. Instead of cramming all your study into one intense session, you spread it out, reviewing the material several times over a period of days, weeks, or even months. Now, why is this method so effective? It's all about the magic of the forgetting curve. This curve is a psychological phenomenon that describes how our memory of new information decays over time. But here's the kicker. Every time you review the material, the forgetting curve flattens out. You forget less and remember more. Let's paint a picture. Imagine you're learning a new language, say French. You've just learned the word for apple, pomme. If you don't review this new piece of information, you'll likely forget it within a day or two. But if you review pomme after a day, then again after 2 days, then maybe after a week and so on, you'll find that the word sticks in your memory much more effectively. Incorporating spaced repetition into your study schedule isn't complex. You can use flashcards, with the ones you find easy appearing less frequently, and the ones you struggle with showing up more often. Or you can use a digital tool or app designed for spaced repetition, which will automatically schedule your reviews for you. You see, spaced repetition isn't about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about understanding how your brain works and using that knowledge to your advantage. Yes, it requires discipline. Yes, it may mean changing your study habits. But the results? They speak for themselves. Spaced repetition may take time, but it's worth it for the payoff, long-term retention and understanding. So, you've learned about SMART goals, creating a distraction-free environment, active recall, and spaced repetition. Now what? Well, let's recap. SMART goals will bring clarity and focus to your study sessions. Creating a distraction-free environment will help you concentrate better and get more done. Active recall will enable you to strengthen your memory and understand concepts on a deeper level. And spaced repetition? That's your key to long-term retention. Imagine the power of combining all these techniques. You'd not only be studying, but studying effectively. You'd be making the most of your time, understanding more, and remembering longer. And that's not just good for exams, it's good for life. The best part? You can start right now. You don't need fancy tools or a perfect plan. You just need to start. Don't wait for the perfect moment. Take the step today. Apply these techniques and watch your learning journey transform. You've got this.